Hola, buenos dias, buenas noches,
Is that it?
buenas tardes.
No, that's as far as it goes, isn't it?
Well, who knows when you're watching this video?
Yeah,
But look at
exactly.
this, look at this machine. Look at these stickers.
Show us your knickers.
Yeah.
Sorry, look at these stickers.
Doesn't that look
Nice.
pretty? I love this bike. Anyway, today we're talking about this, look, Sizzapp. Now, you guys know that we are real big fans of putting stuff on the bike that doesn't cost the earth but works really well, like Monimoto. We've done
Fantastic.
Monimoto, really, really good trackers. However,
Love the guys at Monimoto.
yeah, haven't heard from you for a while, but we like you all the same. But Sizzapp sent us this tracker. Now, Sizzapp are slightly different. So Monimoto, you have to pay a yearly fee or a monthly fee, don't you?
Yearly fee.
Which is really,
I
really
think it's
small.
about 30 euros a year
Yeah,
or something.
It's hardly anything, is
No.
it? And you get all their functionality. I'll put up on the card somewhere. We've done another video about them. But Sizzapp sent this. Now, this is a kind of a different take on the same sort of thing. So this tracker is about £250. They've always got offers on there. There'll be a link in the description that you can help us out if you want to buy it from Sports Bike Shop, because they're the distributor, I think, in the UK. But Sizzapp, about £250–260, and this is just one box. Now, I fitted the box in here, and I know you probably can't see it because it's hidden away right in here, and it's stuck on the side of the panel.
Right, I can't see it.
Yeah. Now the box, I'll put an image that I've taken earlier. It's about that big by, well, about that square actually.
Like a cigarette packet.
A little bit squarer.
Okay.
A little bit squarer, but about the same sort of side. And there's two wires coming off. The wires are about that long, and one wire goes to the red, one wire goes to the black. You couldn't get it wrong, unless you're colourblind, of course. But then you look for the cross, the minus, and you'd think that it would run your battery down. It just literally connects straight to your battery. And you'd think that it would run your battery down, but it doesn't. I think it goes down in like tiny little bits, like milliamps over a few days. And I've been using this for a good couple of months now, and I've taken it from the old RTP that I had, the silver one, and put it on this one, and it's really, really good. Just sits there, doesn't say anything until it needs to.
What's it called?
It's called the Scissap.
Can you name it? Can you give it a name?
Yes, you can name it. I've called mine RTP.
Have you?
Yeah, because it's really boring.
My
Yeah.
Monimoto is called Pauline the Watcher.
Yeah, mine's called Derek. But no, you can't name it. But it comes in the box. The box has got a couple of bits in there. The first thing being device activation. All you have to do is follow these 4 steps. Download the Sizzapp onto your phone, and the Sizzapp Pro app is the best one to get. Connect your device to the app by writing or putting the IMEI, which is a 15-digit number, from your device into the app. Then after connecting the device to your vehicle, they're saying ride it around outdoors, for obviously outdoors, unless you've got a massive indoors area, for a while to make sure everything's working properly. And I think the reason for that is it picks up all the different mass you're going around, so it actually starts pinging properly. And then read the instructions on how to use the Sizzapp, and there's a QR code in there. And in behind here,
Got an empty box.
this shows you the size of the machine, of the device.
So you need to.
Here we go.
You need to put a thumb across there, right? Okay.
Yeah. Now the reason I put my thumb down the bottom is the IMEI number is unique, like a IMEI number for any mobile phone.
How many I's and E's are in that combination?
I'm not even going to count them. But that is what you use to track it. So you can track your location, it gives you notifications, and the notifications are really quick. So I've set mine to notifications off at the moment, purely because I've been testing it around. But if you have notifications on and you like wiggled the bike or moved it around, you get a notification almost instantly, which is brilliant.
When you say notification, it's like a message on your phone.
Yeah, so on your phone it'll come up with a
How big's
message
your phone?
saying
Do that
it's being
again.
moved.
How big's your phone? Is like that.
Yeah, it's like that. It also tells you the battery level of the bike, which is really
Wow.
good, because people are always worried about plugging stuff onto your battery and it needs to go onto the battery. So if you've got a power hub and stuff, obviously that's going to turn it off. It's got a tiny capacity, I think about an hour or 45 minutes, something like that, that it will run on its own battery if it's lost battery power, but it needs to be connected to the battery. It records your speed, which is really good. It also records your driving behaviour, which is really, really good. Movement sensor. Now this is the best bit. You can actually put into your app what you've done per dates, and it will give you the route that you've done, the high speed. Sometimes it will give you the torque that you've been using, which is really, really strange.
Does it know what kind of bike you're riding then?
Well, yeah, because you put it in there.
Your type of bike?
Yeah, you put your type of bike in. It doesn't make any difference.
So it's a stupid question asked by a stupid person.
Yeah. Anyway, you can plan events, see what distance you've done today. It records any hits and crashes and stuff, so it comes up with alerts and things, which is good.
In case you don't know you've had one.
Yeah. If it's disconnected, so if you take it in for service, if they disconnect it, it alerts you that it's been disconnected, hence the little battery inside it, keeping on going for a little bit. Tells you what the weather is where you are. Brilliant. So it tells you if they put in trip or on stop. So it's either not going or it's moving, and whether it's online or offline. It's really good. There's loads of forums, the website's really good.
How much did you say it was?
About 250 quid, something like that.
So I think Monimoto was about 160, something like that. Can't remember.
Yeah, but this is a one-off fee. You never pay anything ever again. Right, so I'm going to go into the Sizzapp. So I've got the Sizzapp Pro app. Very odd. And on the app, it's really good. So going from the top, you can name your bike. And if you hit your down arrow, I've only got one bike on there, so you can have more than one bike or tracker. And the good thing is you can fit this onto anything, a caravan, a car, anything with a battery really. Then you've got in the top left hand corner, you've got the voltage of the battery on the bike, which is really good, isn't it? I don't know how it works it out. It also tells you what temperature it is where the bike is. How cool is that? The only thing that I dislike about the app is that you can't put a picture or an image of your own bike. It's either a touring bike, a sports bike, that sort of thing. So you pick out of a category. But then it tells you whether it's in on stop or on trip. So either it's moving or stopped. But it also tells you whether it's in a deep sleep.
Well, now, it's in a deep sleep.
Well, it's got to get a sleep. But when it's turned off, it goes into a power saving mode that it's still monitoring everything, but deep sleep is their wording for what it all means.
Switched off.
Yeah. Then in the middle you get a map, and the map is brilliant. So when you click on it, it opens the map up into its own mapping system. It's not Google Maps, but it looks very much like it. And you can zoom in, zoom out, you can go and see what track you've done and what route you've been on. So we go back to the main screen, and then there are 6 tiles on there, and these tiles can be moved about. So if you go onto the next tab on the bottom of the screen, you've got guarded, find, notification, speed, distance, location, silent, motion, monitoring, I think that says, group riding, organizer, and geofences. So if you want the ones that show up are the first 6 on your main screen, because there's only so many spaces. So all you do if you want geofences on the top is you press and hold it and you just drag it to the top. Ah, I'm glad you asked that question. Right. So geofencing is your bike is normally parked at your house, or you're parked up at a hotel, and you set a geofence within 500 metres, a mile, 3 miles, 300 miles. If it goes out of that, then it will alert you that it's been stolen. You know, so as soon as it moves there, it ups the ante, I think. So you can turn guarded on and off, which is good. I usually have it off, to be honest, because it still seems to do everything that I want to do on there. I might turn it on just to see what happens. Find your vehicle will take you straight to Google Maps, and it will give you longitude and latitude to be able to find your bike, so you can navigate to it, which is good. Notifications will tell you when it's been moved, slight movement, that sort of stuff, and you can either turn those on or off. Speed, it will tell you what your max speed was. I got 72 miles an hour here. Ooh. Max speed of the day, 71 miles an hour. Average speed of the day, 25 miles an hour. You can share that, you can look at any dates, and it gives it to you in like a bit of a pointy graph. It's quite
bar graph? Is that what it's called? Is it? I'm going back to school days.
No, line graph.
Line graph?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never paid attention.
If you hit distance, it will show you the distance that you've done today, where you've come from and where you've gone. But you can also share it. And you can share it to all your contacts, you can share it on an email. I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? And then you've got your location, so you can share your location at any time with somebody. And to do that, you just click the plus up in the corner, it tells you where you are, and you select their name, description, and then save it, and off you go. Well, by the looks of it, when you share your location and you add somebody onto it, you can share my location for 15 minutes, an hour, 3 minutes, forever, share my live location with a delay on it. So if I hit save, you've got to enter a name. So if I put you in, Mark, it's only allowing me to do that, so enter, save. So yes, I presume you've got to have the app as well, because it's not giving me any way to identify you by email address, that sort of stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So when you then go to the bottom, the next tab at the bottom, the 4 little squares with the 1 tip, that's about your widgets that you can move around. But the middle one is the one that I like. It's like the location. So what it will do is there's 3 tabs on there, and the bottom tab will allow you to look at all the trips that you've done. So I'm going to take Friday. So I'm going to put period of 4th of August to 4th of August, well, and then that gives you in the map above all the trip that you've done, the entire distance that you've done. Now I first saw this and I thought that's really good, but it's only showing the one way that I went on it, because we went the same way forward as we came back. But if you zoom right in,
then we went
that way once.
Forward as we did back.
Well, we went the same way to the place as we came back.
Oh, right, okay. A return journey.
Yeah, that's it. But when you zoom in, on the outward zoom, it looks like it's just one line. But when you zoom in, it tells you, shows you the 2 trips, which is really good. Both sides
of the road.
Yeah. It also shows you where you parked with a little P. And at some points around the map, and I'm not sure how it decides where it's going to put it. So one of them, it's got on the dual carriageway 70 miles per hour. And the other one is 21.0 foot-pounds of torque, apparently. Weird, isn't it?
I don't know, what is that, like a bag of carrots or something?
I don't know. Now the only thing with the app is every now and then the app defaults back to the home screen, so you'll be doing something and it'll just whiz back to the front screen just like it's just done, which is a bit of a pain. Yeah. But that route, so let's go back to the Friday that we were just looking at, shows you the map, and then you can either go into your settings and change the colour of all the different things, so you can change it to hybrid, satellite, terrain, you can put the map style into dark, night, aubergine.
Aubergine, other vegetables are available.
Change the colours, make the borders different, parking markers, start, finish, on or off, active driver markers, all that sort of stuff. But there's a little button just below it.
Would you sit down and do that?
No.
Because I just take all the...
Yeah.
It is what it is,
yeah.
I can't be bothered with
But
that.
on the right hand side there's a little share icon. So you can select all and you can share, but the funky thing is you can share it via GPX as well as a PNG, which is image file. So if you've done a really nice trip, you haven't got to worry about recording it on these apps that say record it on these apps. The tracker's doing it for you. It's really quite accurate too, and you can share that route via GPX to other people. So you've always got that route, which I think is amazing.
Other people with a Sizzapp?
No, you share the GPX file.
Ah.
So you can put the GPX file in My Route app, Garmin, Explore, Tread, Drive, whatever you're using. How cool's that?
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Then you've got another, like a little leaf in the middle, and that's Eco Drive. My Eco Driving for today, acceleration 85%, braking 95%. I'll have to go back to it again. Back to Friday. Yeah, so acceleration 85%, braking 95%, harsh turning 100%, but it's all green.
Wow.
So it's done it again. This app, that's the only thing. It keeps going back to the main screen when you're trying to do something.
Perhaps it's getting bored of you bragging about your eco driving.
But I think that's really quite good, don't you?
That is pretty amazing, actually. It's actually quite amazing that you've got those stats, mate.
Yeah. Why did I just agree with that?
Weird.
Unbelievable. Anyway, you've then got another little like a geofence location. So you can create a geofence and you can set the settings on it. So you can create them really easily. You call it a name, you put your radius in, continue, and it saves it for you. So you then get notified if it goes out of that geofence. So an example of a usage case would be Mark's grandson, George, who's a petrol head, is now old enough to ride a motorbike. And Mark lets him use his motorbike, but says to him, you must not go past Truro, which is about 6 miles from here, 7 miles from here.
Yeah, give or take.
So you put the geofence in there, and as soon as it goes outside, you get notified.
Wow.
So,
are you listening, George?
so then we've got another tab down the bottom, which is all about your information, and that's telling you what's happening on the screen and where to do things. Then you've got your settings tab. You can put your name, picture, authorization methods, which is new. So you can add Apple, your email address, Facebook, Google. I just do it by email because Google and Facebook and people are just getting too big. You can list the vehicles that you've got on your device because you can, on your phone, on your app, because you can have more device or more vehicles on that phone. You can see it in a map, so you can see where they all are and see that it's doing no miles per hour, which is good because I'm stood right next to it. You can change the language. What else can you do? Change the measurement to metric, imperial, nautical. So you can fit it to boats. Celsius and Fahrenheit. You can change notifications. So you can have it on silent mode. It keeps going back, which is really annoying. You can have it on silent mode, push mode, and SMS. So push is like your notifications, or it will send you a text for low battery, crash, hit, device unplugged, or if it's been towed away, which I thought was good. So it will notice that it's moving, but not under its own steam.
Wow.
So that's really quite good.
I quite like this, mate.
Can
I have one?
I'm quite blown away.
Sizzapp, can you send me one?
Widgets, that seems to be...
Sorry, mate, I've got an itch.
The widget screens you can change, but I think the widget screen, that's just a duplication. The update history, this is the only thing about this app. There's a bug in it that every now and then it keeps going back to the main screen, and it's really annoying.
Hopefully Sizzapp will watch this.
I hope so.
They'll do something about it.
You can also see the update history of the app. You can read the manual as well, which is really good because...
What?
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
I know, but you see in the box, there's very little in the box that comes with it. It's actually quite handy to have that, isn't it? Terms and conditions. You can also look at FAQs as well, which is really good. So I have a problem with my Sizzapp. How can I get help? And you press, and it tells you. Really good, isn't it?
I like it.
Other than it going back to the same place, which is really annoying, you can also send them feedback, contact them, buy them a coffee and all sorts. But what I really like about it is the way that the app not keeps going back to the home screen, but how it's presented. It's really, really nice. And it works really well. And for that sharing of the GPX with your mates, if they've got a Sizzapp, but also sharing it on the GPX for you to ride a different time, or mates to ride a different time.
On a different app.
We should have done that for the RiderCamTV ride out, ridden around and used the Sizzapp to share the route.
Should have done.
Yeah, but I really like it. I think for 260, 250, around there, one-off payment. Now I've seen there are some others, exactly the same device, different name, advertised on Facebook, and it's a cost for 5 years.
Oh.
I think they're ripping these Sizzapp people off. Sizzapp, one cost, that is it. You don't pay anything else.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty good, pretty damn good.
Please send me one.
And the reason that we've shown you where I've got it is I just don't care whether you know where I've got it, because the moment it's removed,
you can't get it out of that hole, I can tell you, mate.
I get a notification anyway, and it doesn't really matter. There's only 2 wires, so if you know you've got a Sizzapp, all you've got to do is snap the wire, and it, you know. But that's not what it's about. It's about all the peace of mind of knowing where your bike is, where it's been. If you get pulled over for speeding or get told that you were doing something, actually you can go into your app and say, look, I was only doing 68 miles an hour and a 70 there, it wasn't me. all adds to extra evidence if you need it, doesn't it?
Yep.
But I think it's a really good kit, really simple to fit. Now, I've fitted loads of stuff on this bike, and that was by far the simplest. The hardest thing was working out where to route the wires and actually place the unit. They say it should be on a flat, and mine's like that, but it's working totally fine. It did take a while. I did have an issue with it. Put it on this bike and it would not connect. So what I did was just left it connected, bided my time, and then suddenly it connected and everything was fine. So thank you, Sizzapp. Get yours from the link below. It's a sports bike shop link. They very often on Facebook via Sizzapp website themselves are offering like discounts. Sports bike shop come with really good customer service, really good delivery, that sort of stuff. Our link is an affiliate link. You won't pay any more, but we'll get a slight cut of what you've paid, a little bit of a commission that helps us put some stuff into the channel and keep it going. So has it got your thumb up?
It has got mine.
And it's got mine. So hit the subscribe button and stuff, click the link, 260 quid. If you've got a second bike, it's a no-brainer. If you've got a single bike, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
What's that?
How for now.